what we're going to do. We're going to get right into this. So tell your friends, invite your friends, and share and all that good stuff. I'm going to be right back. It was 3.5%. I think our unemployment rate went down just a little bit, which is kind of cool. And we have 187,000 new jobs that were hired. But the JOLT report actually showed about, I would say 9.6 million. But I'm told I can't necessarily say 9.6 million. I mean, it's 9.58. Okay. Those are the open jobs. They're still open in America right now. And we had a quit rate of about 3.5%. In fact, let me put that banner up there, right there. Yeah, that's the number of things are still looking okay. We've been saying this, like everybody's waiting for stuff to go kind of chaotic, but the Feds are looking to see if they're going to raise interest rates again. And they were really looking at all the various reports, economic reports, indicators, job market, consumer confidence, gross national, everything to decide they're going to do this one more time. I personally would hope they don't do this one more time, but that's just the way the world right now. I'd even say that the way the world turns around, right? So, but this is some good news. So with that being said, there was a question submitted. I was talking on television earlier today and was asked, I said the term quiet quitting. Well, quiet hiring. I didn't say quiet quitting. I said quiet hiring. Yeah, let me get together. 1 cup of coffee, guys, so far. Only 1 cup of coffee. And what is that all about? Like, people are saying that. That's like I'm seeing it in blogs and all the folks in the chatter. Companies are quietly hiring today as opposed to loud hiring, right? What does that mean? You know what? I go back a little bit about how, let's say when you're out there networking, right? You're at a networking event and you've got some folks, you can hear them, like they're like loud and they're just very vivacious and they're very colorful and they're very animated. Like, they doing something over there. Well, the quiet networker is still doing something over here, but their just tone is a little lower. They're making some serious connections and collaborations and contracts, but they're just doing it a little bit more shh. And that's how I take the whole quiet hiring. Yes, they're still posting on their website. They're hiring, word of mouth, networking. They're just, you don't see a whole lot of boom going on, but it doesn't mean they're not doing it. That word of mouth referral, though, is always golden. They'll put out too. I'm seeing companies now more engaged with the bonuses, the hiring bonus within their staff, right? Giving folks an opportunity to refer people they know, like, and trust to the organization, and the company in turns will give them a nice little piece of change. So that's what we mean. You just don't see the va-va-voom. Not that it's not going to happen, but right now we did a lot of va-va-voom several years ago, right? And so that's what that means. And like I said, just to keep it in the simplest terms, it's not a huge production. It's not, radio ads, TV ads, bombarding your cell phone with stuff, but they are hiring. And what they're looking for is that person that has initiative, that you're going to seek them out versus them always seeking you out. I mean, it's a little bit of both, don't you think? So that's what's going on with that question. So I thank the caller for sending me caller. So you can tell, can y'all tell today is first Monday of August, a lot going on, but I did a podcast, I did TV, and now I'm doing my YouTube. So it seems to happen that way. But if you have a question or comment, by all means, do put it in the chat. So another thing I had, which was really interesting because, things are changing in terms of education and how we're viewing degrees and all that stuff. So which is better, experience or education, which is in my interview training class, I would call that double barrel question because I got two of them. So which is better, experience or education? I went straight through to a PhD. However, this person has no experience in their field that they're going to the PhD for. So the answer, the first part of which is better from my humble experience, education or experience. I mean, can we have both? I'm that big. Can't we have both? We got to have both, right? I'm not sure what the person, what type of PhD they're going for. Most of these PhDs tend to be academic. To be an academic leader, you're the think leader, you're the thought leader, and that type of thing. Or if it's something that you're going to be working with humans, people, places, data, and things. If you're working with people, you definitely need to have some experience. Practical application of all that academic knowledge is important if you're dealing with people. So You got to have both. I would like to think that, again, this is that dangerous word of assuming. If you're in a graduate program or a doctoral program that doesn't have an internship, externship, or somewhere, you've got your thesis and your dissertation, all that kind of good stuff. But one would assume that dangerous word that if you're in the same field, and let's just say you had a master's degree, that you also had some type of practical application, intern, whatever, graduate level practicum, whatever they call it, if you're in the same field. If you're dealing with people, you don't want to practice on people when you're done, right? You don't want to, would you want the surgeon to be the first? I mean, there's got to be a first patient, but the doctors, the clinicians, the therapists, they've had some supervision, they've had some practical application. So try to get both. And if your school doesn't offer that, you go get it. You go reach out to a nonprofit or a colleague in the field that might supervise you. And then also, I would say it's important that you have to check whatever your end game is, right? Remember, I wish I could say that I own this, but begin with the end in mind. Well, I know Kobe said it, but I think there's some things in that the good old book too. But if you need to be licensed, if you with whatever your end game is, find out what the end game is. They say you got to have 1,000 hours of student teaching or something, or you got to, in order to get licensure, you had to have 2 years of supervision by a person certified. Find those things out so you won't get surprised when you got a piece of paper, but you can't go any further because you can't get a license because you didn't do the things here. So in all respect, this is why I think both is important. I mean, you never can go wrong with experience, and you can't go wrong with a good quality education that helps you to get experience, which helps you to apply the education, which helps you to get experience, which helps you to apply the education. You see how that works? You see how that works? You got to have both. That's my personal opinion for that. So if there aren't any other questions or comments, I tell you what, one thing I definitely will share that I saw that was kind of new going forward this week, as I was talking to the client I was talking to earlier, is that, August is the time a lot of us go back to work. We had some fun in the sun. Schools will be going back. So it's not uncommon for us to get that flooded market. People are getting that resume done, do all that stuff. For those of you who got your stuff updated in July and June and started doing that application process or submitting your brand out there to the marketplace, the workplace, good for you. You're ahead of the game. Those of you just starting, get it together. Use this month to the best of your knowledge, because September and October are going to be hot. Folks are going to be making these moves. And whether or not the economy slows down a little bit more, or something changes in 90 days, don't wait. Start now. So do your proper due diligence, discover or develop your job market or your workplace or your business market. Do your due diligence. You've got the Google, you've got all of everything on the internet that you can find stuff, all your social medias and all that stuff you guys doing, your social selfies. Use them to do some data research on where you want to go. Find your top 50, top 10. I mean, find those things. Use those LinkedIn profiles to do deep dish networking. Now is the time to get that going so you can start submitting your brand to great places and spaces. That's what's up. Don't wait till October. I mean, you can, but it just might be a little bit harder. Do it now. That's what I'm saying. Do it now. So listen, want to make sure you guys have an amazing month. We're right here whenever you need us. Again, if you have a question or comment that we might submit for next, you can submit. I might use next month on TV or radio or anything like that. Let me know. That would be great. Make sure you subscribe on our website too, tcenow.com. We have our wonderful TCE news that has lots of job leads and information and stuff to help you get empowered so you can love Monday mornings. That's what's up. And if I don't have any other live questions or anybody text me anything, I want y'all to have a powerful and purposeful week. I might have to go in the front and edit this a little bit because I don't know where my brain was a moment ago, but lesson learned, be careful transitioning from coaching to YouTube. It can be something, but you know what? We keep it real right here on TCE. All right, listen, you guys be blessed. I will catch up with you later. If you do have a question or comment for later, by all means, you can submit those in the comments. And yes, I will even answer them later, because that's how we roll over here. All right, y'all be blessed. I'm going to get ready to take a break because it's been a crazy Monday. Has it been that way for you? It's been that way for me. All right, y'all be blessed, and I'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching our Korean Business show. I hope you learned a lot about today's topic. If you enjoyed the show, please let me know by visiting our website, tcenow.com, and sending me an email. I'd love to hear from you.